Hello everyone, it's Scott here, and today I'll be unboxing the Calendar Edition of Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters for the PlayStation 5. So, Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters is the latest installment in the long-running Hyperdimension Neptunia franchise, and it's available for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Windows PC, but I opted to get the PlayStation 5 version. Now, if you buy it physically on the PS4 or PS5, you do get the Day 1 edition, which is known as the Calendar Edition, and that contains the game, a calendar, and a double-sided poster. But we'll get to that in a moment. So to start off with, we have the front of the box, which annoyingly, Idea Factory or Reef Entertainment continue their trend of having both the USK and PEGI logos on the front of the box. But the main sort of character portrait is the actual goddess CPU candidate Nepgear in a HDD form. On the spines, we have the actual game logo. Nothing surprising or different here. But interestingly, it does have the Reef Entertainment logo, who are, of course, the distributor in Europe for Idea Factory titles. On the back, we have a breakdown of the, main blurb of information of what you can expect from the game in multiple different languages. 3 screenshots from the game, as well as the outlining details of what's included inside the Calendar Edition, which is the game for the PS5, reversible cover sleeve, desktop calendar, and double-sided poster, as well as a collector's box, if you can call it a collector's box. But there is a unique aspect to the collector's box, and that's the fact that the actual front cover is embossed a little bit slightly. So if you rub your hands over the logo and the character artwork, you can feel it raised up a little bit compared to a standard box art. So they've gone a little bit extra in making sure that it has a premium feel to it, but it's still just a generic thin cardboard box in my mind. But that aside, let's move on. So with the cellophane off, we'll give you another tour of the actual outer box. So we have the front of the artwork again, which, as I mentioned earlier, has Nepgear in her HDD form. The spines, again, are just having the logo on, and the back has all the actual information that you'd expect to receive on the back of a PlayStation or game in general. So as you can see, the inside of the box is quite flimsy and thin, but nothing new there. First up, we have the actual desktop calendar. So this will feature artwork from the game, as well as some other exclusive artwork throughout, one artwork per month. And the idea is that you would start this, surprisingly, I thought it would start in January, but it doesn't. It starts in February and goes all the way through until January 2024. And as you can see, you just pop it open in the middle, and it's just tiny pieces of paper that you fold over. It's very simple, very straightforward, but it's quite a nice addition, especially as the game has come out at the start of the year, as opposed to the middle of the year or in February or March, like some previous calendar editions that have come out. So first up, we have February with Nepgear, which actually was a spoiler for the game. So apologies to anybody that's not actually played this game just yet. Then we had Uni in March. Then we have another Nepgear in April. Going to May, we have Nepgear and Uni again with a bath scene. And then in July, we have Rom and Ram, which is generic artwork. We then have, for July, I'm not going to say the character names, as they are spoilers to the actual game itself. Moving on, we have August with all 4 CPU candidates. September, again, we have the generic artwork for Nepgear. And then moving on to October, we have a new character that's featured within this game. Again, I'm not doing any spoilers. November, we have Nepgear in a HDD form. And then for December, we have a new Christmas-themed artwork. And then for January 2024, we have the character again that's new to this game that I'm not going to say. And then finally at the end, we have chibi forms of the CPU candidates. So overall, it's quite thin. It is sort of very thin paper and cardboard, but it is quite nice and does the job well as a desktop calendar. Moving up, we have the double-sided A2 poster. Now, I'm not going to open this and show it you, A, because it's quite big, and B, I have no way of getting it back into the actual plastic cellophane, and I want to keep it in there for the time being. So apologies for that, but I will put up a little picture for you to see in this video, which you can see here. Next up, we then have the PlayStation 5 game for Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters. And as you can see, the front of the box for the actual sleeve is the same as the actual box artwork. Everything is all exactly the same for the outer box as it is for the outer sleeve, which is as expected, but again, disappointing that Reef Entertainment or Idea Factory, whoever's decision it is, are putting both USK and PEGI logos on the front of the box, as it really does kind of spoil the artwork in a general fashion. Not really something that I favour. I'd rather just be USK or PEGI so that you have a clearer picture of the artwork, but that's just my opinion. Once we've got the cellophane off, just give you a quick tour of the outer packaging. And then we open it up and we have the disc, again, the same artwork that's on the front of the box, as well as a health and safety info sheet, as that needs to be included because we have a reversible artwork. Now, thankfully, unlike the reversible artwork that was included with Neptunia Reverse, there is actually a reversible sleeve on the inside. So we have the December exclusive Christmas theme artwork, which is slightly different style of artwork and design to the rest of the packaging, so it feels a bit odd. But the sleeve on the back for the reverse sleeve is actually completely different and gives it a bit more of a wow factor. So personally, I like the back of this reversible sleeve apart from the artwork. The artwork itself on the front I feel is better, that represents the game, but I do like the back of the artwork, back of the box here. It's a very bizarre one, but overall it's quite nice and well presented throughout. So there we go. That's what you can expect from the Calendar Edition of Neptunia Sisters vs. Sisters for the PlayStation 5.